JoAnn, before a person even wants to even dream about purchasing a home, you have like a list of 10 commandments folks should keep in mind before they come to you for that loan.
We do. We kind of call it the 10 commandments, or the do's and don'ts of getting a home loan, right? And we try to prep you right from the get-go because, you're living your life, you're doing your things that you do, and you don't realize how it's going to affect the mortgage process. So, first and foremost, during the process or right before the process, don't change jobs. Don't go from a salaried position to an all-commission position or go self-employed all of a sudden, because those are all going to make a determination if we can use that income or not. So don't change jobs, don't change careers. Wait until after the loan closes. If you decide to do it later, good for you, Another thing that you don't want to do is go out there and start buying things on credit. So you don't want to go out and buy a new car. You don't want to put stuff on a credit card. You don't want to get too excited and start buying a refrigerator and a washer and dryer. All those things people want to do. You don't want to do that until after closing. Even if
you're in the house.
After the loan is closed and funded, right?
Your
money's gone. Everybody's got the keys. We're all happy. Even a 90-day same as cash kind of situation, we have to verify what the payment would be. And if you're borderline qualifying, that could disqualify you for your home loan. So no new major purchases. If you're going to go out and do any shopping, call me first. Let's talk through it before you do anything. Bank accounts. Don't start moving money from one bank account to another. We have to track all the sources of funds. So, you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to start moving money from here and here and here. Don't do that. We'll get all the bank accounts. We'll watch, and we can track everything. We need a paper trail for everything. In this day and age, a lot of people are using Venmo and PayPal and things of that nature.
Don't think another thing of that.
You don't, right? Yeah. Especially younger people nowadays, everything is just, I'll just Venmo you or I'll just PayPal you. And, we have to verify the sources of funds. So we want to make sure where the money's coming from. If it's $2,000 of cash that shows up in your account, I can't use it. So we need to verify and track everything. Things of that nature. So, keeping your credit clear. Don't go opening new credit cards and don't go doing anything like that. So
no matter the deal, no matter how many things you get free with that new credit card.
Yeah. A lot of people go, oh, I saved 30% because I opened up a new credit card today. Don't do it. Just hold off and just kind of refrain from any major purchases, until the process is completely over.
And what about couples who, you get married and then maybe you want to get a home right away? How do they kind of, like you were saying, different bank accounts? Should they have all that done before they come to you, or can they still have their separate accounts?
No, they can still have their separate accounts. That's not a problem. I mean, we work with this all the time. I just had a couple that just got, closed and got married the following week. And they had some accounts that were joint. They had some accounts that were still on their name. Something that we see a lot of for first-time home buyers is a parent may still be on their bank account. That's totally fine, but just remember we may ask for a letter from the other person on the bank account that, yes, you have full access to those funds. So, it's totally fine. It's just better to keep things where they are at and not start moving things around.
And speaking of couples, oftentimes they get a lot of money as a gift for the wedding.
They do. If you're going to be buying a house right away in the next 2, 3, 4 months, you might want to make copies of the checks that you get just so we can show where the money came from. If it's been in there for 4 or 5 months, we're not going to really question it because the deposits won't show up that recent. But large cash deposits, again, could be a source of a problem. A lot of young couples will get a gift from a relative to help with down payment, closing costs. That's great. Just let us know that you're going to do that because we have documentation that we need to get in a paper trail, and we want to keep it as less invasive as possible. So just be real honest up front saying, hey, we're going to get $20,000 gift from my parents. I will tell you exactly what you need to do to do it successfully.
Well, JoAnn, I appreciated those do's and don'ts when you go to get that home loan.
Yeah, thanks.